So, hello guys, I'm Oroporo and I'm going to be playing Children of Morta. Yay! So finally it's here. Finally it's been released. It's just been released yesterday. I had a quick playtest of the game and I really love it so far. 11-bit did they did the early download codes for the streamers and the YouTubers. You just had to send them an email requesting for a code, a download code. I think it was like 3 days before the release or a bit earlier. And I did send them an email, and let's just say I'm bad at writing emails at the moment, so I didn't got the code. I hope that's the reason. And yeah, let's jump right into the game, shall we? So that's my save from yesterday, and we're just gonna start a new one.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again? John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
So we jump right in the game. Well, tutorial. Thing is, you control the guy with the mouse and keyboard, and I believe you cannot see the mouse at the moment because OBS just kinda gets rid of it.
Rhea, a land long forgotten,
I forgot.
a place of unimaginable beauty. It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
Oh, there's one more thing. Options. See? Maybe. Just let me know how the volume sounds for you. Because last time it was a bit too loud when swinging the sword. So, I really dig the game at the moment. I love how it looks like, how it feels, the progression, the leveling up, the grades that you can get in the house and whatnot. So, it definitely looks like a roguelike that's created for this, well, for this era, for the new generations. It definitely has that Diablo vibe to it, but yeah, thanks. But it's way different. Maybe it's been inspired by Diablo somewhat, but I reckon it's difficult to make a game that's not inspired by some other game. Just like anything else. All the inspiration comes from the past. Nothing is new. Never. Which might be a new way of looking at things. Or a new deal. Look.
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
And left shift, okay. Come on, bastards. Alright. You've seen how many of them were under my feet and I wasn't able to get them. The small ones.
Banished by light itself, the corruption abated, leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
So our goal now is to find out what happened at the shrine. Very simple. Gemstones. There we go.
The shard grew warm, humming softly from the harnessed energy.
So,
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
that's like a boss unit. There we go, level up. Magic. It doesn't actually let us choose a skill, it just makes us pick this one. Even though this would be available as well, it costs the same. I'm not sure if this always has to be first before you can get that one. Hey, get lost. Thank you. I should have read what it was saying to me to do.
Goblins, a familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
Oh my. At least this is a tutorial, they drop a lot of health.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
So, here's...
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
So in the dungeons we're gonna see these walls, so enemies cannot go through them.
Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Give me this. What we got? Electrocalypse. Alright. So you can play this game with 2 players, which is sick. So, Luigi, if you're watching this, yeah, I want to play this with you. Come back. Give it a go.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Yeah, they cut down the tree. Oh my days, this tree was important. This guy. Probably could lose this fight, but they give you so much health.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed? The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mountain Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary.
My. We got a portal room under the house.
Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Right, so let's jump right in. So that's how it looks like. I actually never finished this, managed to get to the boss only. Let's try John, level him up a bit. We'll try Linda in the next
A
episode.
celestial shard, chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary. It would be the Bergsons' lifeline, a tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
That's why it's rouge-lite. can't really die. Well, I haven't answered the question to myself yet. Because you need the shards to get back. At least that's what it says. It seems like you see on the left next to the avatar there's 0 and this green thingy bob. Oh, that wrong button. It's like very bottom there on the very left says 0 and the green thing next to the avatar. So yeah, that's the soul shards or whatnot. And we have 0, but I think we can return home anyway, so I don't know, dying might not be such a problem. I'm not sure yet, because I'm mostly worried that at some point it's gonna start being like Darkest Dungeon, while your family starts dying, and it's like, oh, that would be snap. That would be sad. New. So, this definitely has Diablo feel to it. I'll smash all of these. That's from Diablo as well, isn't it? Well, many games probably had that. But it seems like I'm gonna be able to spend quite a few hours in
Can
here.
the body endure the mind's gamble?
Oh, are we going to play this? Are we? No. Well, we got damaged, so nothing good out of that. In some cases it's probably better to just leave them be, because it might grant you a boon, but it might just hurt you. Come on. Damn bats. We cannot open that chest because we don't have a shard. Let's go try to find some health. Oh. So yeah, it's procedurally generated tunnels or whatever, dungeons, and looks cool. Give me a level. Give me this. So we managed to level up again. And then bats. Keep hurting me. One day we'll step in these traps, running away from somebody, and die. It's gonna be a sad day. Oh, you are annoying, guy. Oh, these things. Well, things in the middle here. They pull you. You go and touch them to find out what happens. So that's an altar of some sort, I reckon, but at the moment it's leaking corruption. And yeah, so far the game taught me, if it's purple, be careful of that stuff. Come on, come on. Yeah, die already. Even purple things. Oh, stop corrupting me. I don't know if that's a thing, probably not. Not yet, anyway. Corruption. Oh, no, snap, snap, snap. Oh.
The Bergson began to slip away, wondering if this was death.
Perfect timing. So, there we go, that's how we did. We managed to do it for 4 minutes in this dungeon. Silk Caverns. 75 enemies. We got 80 morph and 0 gemstones and managed to heal 27 points. So that's how we did. And that's what happens when you die.
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back. A sensation no hero could become accustomed to. As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head. The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness, and no longer were they part of the harmony of the rare.
So, Uncle Ben can upgrade and enhance Bergson's equipment.
Uncle Ben reached out to the familiar warmth of the forge. If they were to reach the top of Mount Morta, their equipment would need to be of the highest quality.
So all the family shares these attributes. Cool. He insists me of getting this one, even though there's 2 other available ones. No, I don't want this, I want this. Okay, I'll take this one, thanks tutorial. It's like, why tutorial forces me to spend things on things? Please, don't do that. It's just a tutorial, it should be enough explaining me what to do, and then I should be able to freely choose which one I want, without being forced. You know what I mean? So, that's the territory. It's quite big. And that seems like, where is it? Here we go, another dungeon in here. That's what it looks like. So, there's library, Linda. Let's speak to Linda in the episode. Speak. Check her out.
Nothing could quite match the calm that Linda felt when playing her violin. Its sublime sound, the perfect counter to the nerve-wracking uncertainty and chaos.
Alright, there's a library. You can read about the Bergson's family, each of the member, and whatnot, if you'd like. And yeah, I'm not saying read it now or whatnot. Buy a game. Read it then. And yeah, so far so good. I really loving the game, and this is not a thing yet, but I'm sure it will be available at some point. And yeah, this is just an amazing game so far. I've been loving it. So I cannot get back from the dungeon, so we'll see how. I mean, I cannot end in the dungeon and save there and come back playing there, as far as I know. So we'll see. Maybe I can. I'm not sure. I haven't tried everything. So this was episode 1 of Children of Morta. The first look. Well, it's actually not the first look. It's a second look. And yeah, so far so good. I'm really loving the game. Probably gonna spend a few hours playing it. Definitely doing a let's play of it. It feels, I don't know, right. And it's really fun to play, and we're probably gonna suffer a lot because there's a lot of RNG and a lot of skill involved. And it's not like regular roguelikes where you can stop time. Well, if you're not moving, time's not moving, so it's a bit different here. It's more like Diablo. So yeah, that's about it. Really great game, and yeah, that's it. End of the episode. Let's end it. It was me, Oroporo, and this was episode 1 of Children of Morta, and thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. It would help me a lot, and I would appreciate it. So, see you next time, guys. Bye. 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 Bye.